abide in me. Consistently be in me. Don't visit me. That's what God is looking for. God is not looking for visitors, but he's looking for people who will permanently dwell in him. So what we have now is that we've got many people who are visitors. They visit the presence of God. The only time you will find them praying, it is when we come to church. The only time you will find them speaking in those tongues, it is only when they are at church. When they are at home, in their rooms, there is no prayer to talk about. God is not looking for those. He says, abide in me. And when you abide in him, he will abide in you. So the reason why you're not carrying God, you have not abide in him. No. So it is more like you go and say, you know what, God, I want to be with you. And God said, oh, you want to be with me? It's fine. I also want to be in you. But the requirement, you make the first step. Okay. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself except it abide in the vine. So most of you are disconnected from your Creator. That's why I'm saying the message says, are you still connected? I don't know if I'm talking to somebody. So the reason maybe why things are happening in your life the way they are happening, it is because there's a disconnection. So God expects you to remain connected. If you are to bear fruit, you must always remain connected. But we've got Christians who are not connected. Some, they just connect when they're in a certain location. Some, when they get off the location, they are disconnected. And yet they're still expecting to see fruits. You will never see fruits. Because the one, you see, he's just giving you, let's go to the book of Psalms. Psalms chapter 1. Because some of you will not understand why he's using these terms and everything. Like, why this is. Psalms chapter 1 from verse number 1. I want to show you something there. Because some of you might not understand. Right, so blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Verse number 2. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a what? So these issues of trees, even from the Old Testament, we were hearing of them. So when God looks at you, he can liken you to how a tree comes up. So he says, this man, he shall be like a what? A tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. God is looking for fruits. Tell your neighbor, say neighbor. God is looking for fruits. But the branch alone cannot bear fruits. Because you must understand one thing about a tree. I didn't do agriculture, but I understand some few things about agriculture. That when a tree is growing up like this, it uses roots to absorb water. So you are the only one who's expecting the move of God while you're not connected to him. You are the only one who's expecting God to use you when you're not connected to him. The only time you pray, it is when you're going for a service. Lord, use me when I go to that service. Let power move. Let demons surrender. But you are not connected. Why are you expecting the fruits of that relationship while you're not connected? Amen. So it teaches us that there are fruits that must come. But these fruits have got what? Seasons. He says, his leaf his leaf also shall not wither. Some of you are withering. Because you must understand that when this leaf or the branch comes out of a tree and it falls down, it does not dry on the same day. It can continue for some trees. It can even continue for 15 days. It will look like everything is still okay. But there will be a time where now we'll start to recognize that this one, there's no more life here. Why? It is disconnected from the main one. So this is why most of you take time to recognize that are you still walking with the Holy Spirit or not? Are you still walking with God or not? You don't know. The only time you will find out, it is when everything is just going wrong. You'll be like, no, I don't think, God is with me here. Why? You have disconnected. He says, whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. Why is everything that you are doing not prospering? Why in your academics you're not prospering? You are expecting academic excellence from the true vine, but you have disconnected. So we've got people who are trying to use God. No, God intervene in my academics. I love you so much. I'm telling you, that's people are using God. And God is just looking and like, they don't understand. That all they need to do is to stay connected. If they remain connected, if they consistently be connected, they'll get the benefits. Go back to that verse, John. I just wanted to show you here that even David recognized that, yes, there is a man who can be planted by the rivers of water. A tree that does not get water, trust me, it will suffer. Of course, there are different types of trees. There are trees that even when they are not, you see, those trees by the desert there, they don't require much water. Not at all. So, he says, if you don't abide in me, the vine, I'm telling you, you cannot bear much fruits. Why are you expecting to bear fruits while you are disconnected? There are people like that. Next verse. Let's see where it takes us. It should be easy. Just press one button. He says, I am the what? Ye are the what? You are, all of you here, you are the branches. But yet branches want to be independent. No, we want to be independent. We can do this thing without God. Are you sure? He says, you are not independent. You depend on me. This life that you have, you depend on me. Be connected to me at all times. He says, I am the vine, and ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me, ye can't do nothing. Without God, you are nothing. You cannot do anything. You see, man of God, me, I can even spend 5 days without prayer. In your mind, you don't understand how prayer works. Because you think God is saving you because of the prayer you made today. It does not work like that. I don't want to go that direction. But there is a level where you get to understand that prayer can be like a bank. I don't know if I'm talking to somebody. And some of you can only be surviving because there's someone who's praying for you without you knowing. But the truth is, you have disconnected. God is looking for you. He can't find you. I said something this morning, and I sent to the mentees group, and I said, the dangerous thing about the Holy Spirit is that when he comes into your life, he makes noise. But the day he departs, you will never know. So it is important that each and every day you check your connection with God. Don't use yesterday's revelation for today's battles. Because you might be looking for a God who has shifted.
Ignite Nations with the Ignited One Blessed. Igniting nations and worth listening to.